Hey YouTube, it's Cash. Today's video is about a device that's a bit weird. It's called the Drum Synce Storm. At least that's how I think it's pronounced. Sync is spelled S-Y-N-C-E, unless it's synths, but I don't think so. It's an interesting concept. They combine a simple analog synthesizer and a drum chicker so it can be clipped to a drum, and it adds a bunch of wild video game type sounds to whatever you're striking. You can also find it labeled just as Drum Sync, and Graham Dunning informed me that they were also marketed as Frontline Drum Synth. They are all basically the same thing with slight differences in appearance. It's triggered by a piezo pickup that's soldered right to one of the circuit boards, which also makes it a bit noisy. Just clip it or set it on anything you want to hit and away you go. It also has a few foot switch inputs, but mine was broken when I got it and I couldn't get these to work. I had bigger plans for it anyway. Here's a sample of what it was originally designed for. I'm not auditioning for Percussionist of the Year here. I just want you to hear the variations in the sound. When I repaired this, I thought it would be a lot more useful with a control voltage input. This was a fairly easy modification once I settled on how I wanted to do it. You can easily add a CV input to a lot of devices that use a piezo as a trigger, but be very careful. When it doesn't work, it really doesn't work, and you'll break whatever you're trying to mod, especially if the voltages are too high. This particular device is pretty safe, but it did add a voltage sensitivity control to level off any harshness if needed. All you have to do is wire the voltage input to the piezo. To add the voltage control, I wired a positive or tip of the input to the center leg of a 1 meg potentiometer. Then I wired the right leg to the positive or center of the piezo, and the left to the ground or black wire of the existing intensity control for the piezo. The intensity control can round off the voltage input a bit, but this voltage control mod does a better job, and you can use them in tandem to really hone in on how you want the voltage to affect the sound. I needed a power switch because I didn't have one, and someone from a previous repair attempt made it very difficult to get everything back into the case, so I cannibalized an old modem for a project box and finished the whole thing to look like old Star Wars tech. This mod really opens up what the circuits in this are capable of. It's simple, but so much fun, and it adds a unique layer to anything. For my first demo, I paired this with my Bastl Kastle Drum. I'll be doing a whole video soon on some of these smaller synths, showing some tips, tricks, and hacks, so subscribe if you don't want to miss it. In this second demo, I'm pairing the drum sync with an Akai Rhythm Wolf and a Hungry Robot sequencer. In my last video, I played this combo through a resonant speaker I made out of a China cymbal, so go check that out if you haven't yet. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for watching.